What's up, guys? It's your girl Jewel here with my Healthy Lifestyle Change. How are you guys doing? First of all, I'd like to apologize. I have been MIA for the past, I think, 2 weeks. So I do apologize for that. I don't know what I've been doing, where I've been. Mine just been kind of all over the place. So I do apologize for being MIA. Second thing, I hope you guys are doing well. We are like mid-May now. I think it's May 16th. So I hope that May is still treating you right and you're getting everything you want, desire, and deserve, and you're working hard on those goals to get it. I want to talk to you guys about the power of habit. I have been reading this book called The Power of Habit, and I finally finished it. And you guys know I love me some personal development books. I love books that tell me what to do, that help me create new habits, that show me how to grow as a person, as an individual, and get closer to the goals that I have for myself. I love books like that. I'm obsessed with books like that. This particular book does not necessarily tell you, hey, you need to be doing this or work on this, or it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily a personal development book by on purpose, I should say. But it is a book about the science behind why we have certain habits. And I think this book is so appropriate for where I am right now. You guys know I'm doing the 100-day challenge. And today is day 73, which is day 2 of the 30 days of delusion, because we are in the last 30 days of the 100-day challenge. And this book is so appropriate because the author talks about a guy named William Jones or William Johnson in the early 1900s. And it's where this guy, he was in his family is super successful. Everyone's accomplished and he's not, right? And he feels like, you know what? Maybe I should just off myself. Maybe I should just go ahead and commit suicide, because what is the purpose? Like, I'm not accomplished. I'm not happy. I'm not doing what I feel like I should be doing. So why wait? Let's just end it. And then one day he decided, and this is way before this book came out, he was like, you know what? Before I kill myself, let me just act as if I'm already successful. Let me just start doing the things and adopting the habits of a person that is already successful that I want to be. And if I do that for a year and nothing happens, then I'll come back here and I'll kill myself. But if something does happen, then my life will change. And I think that is so appropriate for the 30 days of delusion. My camera just completely cut out. But I think that's so appropriate for this 100-day challenge as well as the 30 days of delusion, because the whole point is to act as if you're already the person that you want to be and see what happens. And I thought it was so ironic that he had someone in his book to actually do that. Like, this is not something new. This is something that we kind of do now, and it's hip, and it's like manifesting and getting to our goals and blah, blah. But this is not a new concept. This is not a new concept to act as if you're already the person that you want to be, so that the things that you want come to you. That is not a new concept. But I thought it was so appropriate in the book to end on that note while I was beginning the 30 days of delusion. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, this book is so awesome because it's not a personal development book, like I said, but it talks about the reasons why we do what we do, the reasons why we have certain habits, and it goes into the neuroscience of it in the brain, and then shows you how it happens over time. And every story in here made me laugh, made me cry, made me just want to throw the book away. But it's such an amazing book, y'all. I recommend everyone to read it. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You don't have to start different habits if you don't want to, but I do recommend reading the book because we all have habits that we don't even realize. So habits are basically deliberate actions that we do that are non-conscious at this point because it's a habit. Like in the beginning, we consciously start doing something, but then we eventually don't even have to think about those things, and it becomes a habit, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit. So I want to take one habit I have, for example, that's super important to me, and that's getting up at 4 a.m. and going to the gym. I have been doing that since 2018, maybe I would say. I started actually doing it properly or good enough to where I felt accomplished. And 2018 to about, let's say 2022, I was consistent. And even if I got off, maybe some days did sleep in, I was still able to snap back to it. And then 2023 arrived, and y'all, I started sleeping in a little later, started going 5, started going 6, and then sometimes not even going at all, and maybe just end up going after work. And that really, really affected me because, one, I enjoy working out before work, before the sun comes up, before my day gets started. That's what gives me the energy to do the things that I say I'm going to do, working out. And it becomes this cycle for me. If I don't get up to go work out, then I'm sad about the day. Then maybe, let's say it's raining, so it's gloomy outside. I'm sad about the weather. And so that's two sad things on top of another. And then I'm working, and then I'm tired from work. And then I get off of work, and then I'm like, well, I don't really feel like it. I'll try again tomorrow. And then I say, well, I need to shoot my YouTube video, but I don't really feel like it. I'll try again tomorrow. And then I say, oh, I need to write in my journal. Oh, I need to DJ, or whatever it is. I need to do all these things. And now I'm just so sad and overwhelmed and overstimulated in my mind that I don't want to do those things. And what I started telling myself is, working out makes you happy. Do the thing that makes you happy. And yes, it's challenging getting up at 4 a.m. because it's still a challenge no matter how long I've been doing it. But you enjoy going in the morning. That gives you motivation. Like when I'm working out, that's when I come up with so many ideas. When I'm working out, that's when I'm creative. That's when my juices are flowing. That's when I'm like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is what my YouTube videos are going to be about. These two songs I'm going to mix together. Like when I'm working out, I literally become so passionate about everything. And I'm like, you enjoy working out, so you need to do the thing that makes you happy. And so what I've been doing is, even if I don't get up on time, I'm still gonna go work out before work. And I've stopped complaining about it if it's at 5 or if it's at 6 o'clock, and if people are in the gym and the sun is up. I've stopped complaining about it because I have to build that habit back up to getting back up at 4 a.m. But right now, the goal is to get the workout done because that is what brings me joy, right? So I looked at that habit of sleeping in, okay? And what I realized is, when the alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you guys, if you've been with me since the beginning, since 23, we talked about this years ago. And that's what I love about this journey. Everything that I'm experiencing, I experienced it before. And so it makes me feel like I'm not on level 0. I'm on level 1 or level 2 now. And so I remember in the beginning of my journey feeling this exact same way. So when the alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning, it's like my body sinks into the bed. And it's like it becomes this marshmallow that just swallows me in. And don't let my beau be over there not wanting to go for real and grab me. Oh, now I'm warm. Now I'm warm, I'm comfortable, and I don't want to move. And the alarm sound is pissing me off. At this point, it's pissing me off, right? And now we have Siri. I mean, well, if you have an iPhone, you have Siri. But not just our phone. He has the whole system in the house. So if he tells Siri to do a command, she's gonna do it. So if he tells Siri to turn off the alarm, then all the alarms in the house is gonna go off. His phone, my phone, and then whatever alarm is on the sound system. And that affects me because now, not only did the alarm stop, I didn't have to get up to turn the alarm off. And I realized, I'm like, yo, we cannot be using Siri to do that, because I purposely put my phone across the room so that I would have to stand up and walk to the alarm. And so I'm like, now I don't have to walk to the alarm. I'm in the bed, it's comfy and it's warm, and you've wrapped your arms around me. Oh, I'm not going. And then the aftermath is, I laid in bed for over an hour and a half over my alarm, and now I still have to go to the gym. And now I'm in a rush to do my writing in my journal, my reading in my book, and whatever else it is I need to get done for that morning. And I get frustrated. And it's the same habit every day. It's the same habit every day. And with this book, it made me realize, yo, it's okay. You have a habit of sleeping in. And the same way you built up the muscle to go to the gym at 4 a.m. all those years ago, you can do it again. It's nothing to be upset about, because I was getting upset about it. And then I started realizing that I was taking my anger out on my beau, because he's the only one here. So now I'm irritated with him. And he's like, well, what's wrong with you? You know? But to me, I'm like, you what's wrong with me, you know? And so I started looking at that, and that was the first change that I made. I was like, yo, you cannot put your emotions off on someone else because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. The next thing is, if you want to do something, then do it. Okay? Take accountability for your actions and do it. No, it's not going to be snap of the fingers and now you're back in your 4 a.m. routine. However, if you would like to work out in the morning before you go to work, go work out in the morning before you go to work, because you have a large gap of time before you actually need to be sitting down in your chair working. So you can still go, because the thing is, I could still go. I just didn't like going once the sun came up. Once the sun came up and then there's all the people in there, now I'm irritated with them because they in my way. And so I'm like, yo, if you don't want to work out with the people, you want to be by yourself in your zone, then you're going to have to go before the people go. But until then, do the things that make you happy. Working out makes you happy, gives you energy, gets your creative juices flowing. Do that. Okay? And so once that clicked, I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to be upset that I didn't get up on time today. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to be upset that I decided to sleep in an extra hour. Okay, and that's literally made my mornings so much better, because I've taken the pressure off, one, of 4 a.m. because it's not like I'm less productive. Yes, I gotta kind of compact some things and some things are overlapping, but I'm still getting majority of everything done, okay? Because to be honest, if I go at 4, it just gives me an extra hour to be by myself and not do anything. But I lose that depending on what time I get up. But I took the pressure off of me, which made it easier for me to go even if I got up late. And that's what was important, because that part wasn't happening. I was choosing not to go and just wallow in my sadness instead of saying, you know what, it's okay. Giving myself some grace. It's okay. Let's still seize the morning. Let's still make it happen. We can still turn this day into the day that we want it to be. Okay? And so once I started doing that, the mornings got a lot better. And now I'm actually focusing on a plan to get me back to the 4 a.m. mornings. And I've decided, so at the end of this book, it has like the acknowledgments area after the book is done. And then they actually give you like an example of how you can break some habits or create some new habits. And basically you have a cue, you have a routine, and you have a reward, right? And let's take the same example, getting up at 4 a.m., right? My routine is to lay in bed, oversleep, tell Siri to cut the alarm off, and not go to the gym, okay? And what I want the routine to be is alarm goes off, I get up, and I go to the gym. And the reward of my first routine is I'm comfortable in bed, laying there, and I'm warm for only a second. And then the aftermath is I'm upset because I didn't go when I said I was going to go. And the cue for that reward and that outcome is the alarm goes off, and in the next instant, I sink in bed. So that's the cue. My routine is to lay there, and the reward is I'm comfortable for the moment. What I want is my routine to be to get up and go to the gym as soon as the alarm goes off. And the reward is I'm excited, I'm happy about the day, my creative juices are flowing, I'm more productive. Okay? And that cue is going to be the same thing, the alarm going off. The difference is I have to change that in-between moment of the alarm goes off and I sink in bed to something else. And so I wrote down me a plan earlier today, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do as soon as the alarm goes off. So what I'm going to do is when that alarm goes off, I'm going to stand up. Just stand up immediately. And I'm going to stand there for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to put my watch on. And even if I lay back down, I stood up for a minute, and now I have my watch on. So first, this breaks the cycle of what's been happening. Because what's been happening is I sink in bed. Well, I don't literally sink in bed, but I feel like my body sinks into the bed. But I'm going to counteract that emotion or that action with standing up. So we've already broken the cycle at that point. And then I'm going to put my watch on, which is another significant thing for me because I cannot stand going to sleep with this. I can't sleep with my watch on. I can't. Like, I don't like anything on my wrist. I don't like anything on my neck when I'm going to sleep. I don't like anything touching me, to be quite frank. So by having this watch on, that's going to drastically change how I feel about laying in the bed, because I'm either gonna be so irritated that I have to take this off, which is going to make me get up again, or I'm going to just get up because I've done that and I realized I've interjected my sleep. I've changed how I feel in this moment. Now I have a choice to either lay back in bed, try to go back to sleep, or go ahead and go put my clothes on and go to the gym. And I have made the realization that Working out makes me happy. Doing it early in the morning makes me happy, and I'm more productive. And later on, I'm going to be irritated if I don't go, so I might as well just go. Like, I've gotten attached to that. And I know that to be true because I've tested it out several different ways. I've tried to change my routine from 4 to 6, and it makes me scream. So, yeah. So, this book really made me think about those habits. You can apply it to any habit that you may have, because it really shows you why you're doing what you do. And it really makes you see, like, maybe I do have this habit of doing this and I don't realize it. Like, you start to look at your life like, what am I doing that I unconsciously do? What am I doing that I just do by second nature because I've always been doing it? Like, if that is you and you have some habits, say, that you may want to change, whether it be good or bad, or you want to go to better, whatever it may be, I recommend The Power of Habit. And this is by Charles Duhigg. I will post the link below if you are interested in reading the book. Please comment down below and let me know if you have some habits that you want to change, or you have some habits that you do by second nature without even thinking, and tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear the habits, and because I have several habits that I do second nature. Oh, I got one especially that I know I do, and I don't even do it on purpose. I have no idea why I do it, but I do it. And comment down below and let me know if you have some habits like that, because, honey, I don't want to go through life not consciously thinking about the actions that I do. Okay? I want to actually be aware of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And I'm very serious about that. And that's something that I talk to my beau a lot about, because I don't see the reasoning or the logic behind doing something and not being aware that you're doing it. Like, that's something that's really important to me, is to know why you have an action, you know? And with that book, it really made me realize, okay, I need to look at the habits that I have and see why I'm doing that and where it comes from, and if I even really like that habit. So if that is you, comment down below and let me know. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. All right, guys, I will see y'all next time. Peace.
I'm talking